I'm going to look at a few things here that are important and useful for performers who are primarily interested in playing some of the existing pieces for bitKlavier. First thing I want to note is that you should double check to make sure that up in the settings here, your audio buffer size is 128 or probably lower if you want. If it gets higher than that, the keyboard's going to feel slow and unresponsive, and it should by default be 128. The next thing I want to point out is that the Galleries folder in the Documents folder that bitKlavier installs mirrors the Gallery pull-down menu here, so you can see the examples, the compositions, the basic piano, and so on from here. So this is where you'll find the pieces that you might be wanting to play or explore. So for instance, maybe I'm going to open up Machines for Listening here and have this open up. And one of the things that's important is that when you open a gallery, it might have multiple pianos in it, different pianos for different pieces in a set of pieces. So for instance, in Machines for Listening, there are a bunch of different pianos in this gallery of pianos. And so I'm going to open up number 5 here, because number 5 is what you use to play Machines for Listening number 5. And so all of these settings are prepared in a specific way to play this piece. And so on. We might also want to play one of the very first pieces written for bitKlavier, Nostalgia Synchronic number 1, Prelude. So in this case, there's just the one piano for this piece. Well, there's a blank, but that's not important. And I have the score right here, and all the settings are good to go. I should just be able to play the beginning of this. In performance, there are a few things that you might end up wanting to adjust. Obviously, the gain slider, if for some reason it's just you're plugged into some speakers and it feels too loud, you can always adjust how much sound is going to the speaker. Also, if for some reason the gallery that you're playing with, the piano you're playing with, is really loud, causing distortion, you can just pull the gain down here. A couple things that can also be useful in performance are these 3 signal processors that come at the end of the chain just before the gain slider. In fact, they go in this order: the equalizer to the compressor to the reverberator. If the speakers you're using are really boomy, or the room you're using is boomy or something, you can turn on the equalizer and you can make some adjustments to try to reduce the boom. You might also find that the signal is unpredictable, so you might want to open up a compressor so that the signal gets adjusted slightly, just to keep it from causing distortion or just getting unexpectedly too loud. And then finally, if the room is really dry, you're just not loving the sound of it, you can add a little bit of reverb, and there's a whole lot of settings here for that, all of which can give you some options for customizing the sound that you're getting in the room. You can very quickly control click these on and off if you like, so that you don't even have to open up these windows to manage those.